Alright, Shalom, Shalom. I would like to begin this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. I would like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us all this truth in the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I'm Shaquat, and I'm back here with another lesson. I do hope and pray that it's edifying to the hopeful elect, or Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, to you sincere Akim, Walkwathim, and a sincere shalom to you brothers that are out here pushing this truth down the highways and the byways and through the YouTube lessons, man. Shalom to you all. I do hope and pray that this lesson will be edifying and exhorting to the elect. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get into it. It shouldn't be too long. But yeah, Lord willing, you all be edified by this lesson. All right, so probably going to entitle this now, I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. Forgive me. A supply chain shock. I couldn't think of it. We'll likely entitle this Supply Chain Shock is on its way to America. Supply chain shock is on its way to America. Shock in the supply chain. And it's on its way. It's very well on its way. All right. And when you go into the supply chain, it goes into, the transporting of goods. And forgive me for any external noise that you may hear. Just try to ignore it. I don't know why this shit does this. It has something to do with I do know why. I just don't know how to fix that shit. So, like I said, forgive me in advance any external noises. Just bear with it. That's why I'm talking real close to the camera, to the phone. But yeah, so. As a supply chain goes into, the transporting of goods, from, shipping, all right, to truckers, the ports, all that stuff. It goes into all of that, man. How it gets to the warehouses, how it goes from the warehouses to the retailers and all restaurants and things of that sort. So pretty soon, as we've been saying, all right, these shelves will indeed be empty, all right, and things are just gonna get worse and worse. Ultimately, things have to get worse before it gets, as Elder Apostle Hart said, worse. Typically the saying goes, things have to get worse before it gets better, but ultimately it got to get worse a few times before it gets better. So things have to get worse before it gets worse. All right. As the book of 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter stated, greater evils are coming hereafter. So what we're seeing right now is nothing, ultimately. These wars that are going over in the Middle East, the so-called Middle East in the Levant region, all these different things that are happening around the world, this is nothing. It's going to get worse. Your gas prices going up, niggas paying insane amounts of money for gas that they haven't paid before. Things are ultimately going to get worse. The cost of living here in America, nigga, nobody can afford to live. And then you still have jobs that are offering, $30,000 or less in pay wage. It's like, nigga, that shit's unrealistic. It's 2026. Right? And then they'll call it a livable wage. Nigga, that's a straight viable wage. I'm speaking personally here because I'm graduated college looking for jobs. And I got told that shit. I'm like, nigga, you lost your fucking mind. Nigga, 30K or less? You bugging the fuck out. I could go work at, Walmart and make that or more. It's stupidity here, ultimately, man. The cost of living is shit. The economy is horrible. But this is a good thing at the same time. It hurts in the flesh, but ultimately, this is a good thing. This is a very good thing, ultimately, in the spirit, because this means America is falling, man. It's falling, and this place is circling the drain. And man, all we could do is, thank Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, that's all we could do is thank the Lord. Because this is what we've been waiting for generations, man, for lifetimes. When you read the Hebrews 11, for lifetimes we have been waiting for this. Ultimately, we've been waiting for this for lifetimes. And we're here. Like, we're actually here now. Like, this is it. This is it. There's no more lifetime you have to go through. This is it. And if you die on this side, you don't have to come back another life in slavery. When you wake up again, it's going to be in a ship. If you have the elect, if you died in the faith, and if you die of a 2/3, guess what? You still don't have to come back another lifetime and do this, go into slavery again. You're going to come back in the kingdom. Man, it's going to be so amazing. It's going to be beautiful, man. It's already beautiful just looking at it right now. This is amazing, dog. You know, and I'm just thankful that, you know, myself, you know, brothers, sisters, we have a chance, you know, to make our mark and to show that we are of the elect, you know, because we have already been predestined if we're of that number, or if we're not of that number. It's all about giving diligence to make your calling and election sure at the end of the day, right? But greater evils are coming, all right? This is nothing. This is nothing, ultimately. It says, out of stock. All right, supply chain appears to be on its way to supply chain shock appears to be on its way to America. This is all prophecy. All prophecy. It says a growing convergence of global disruptions is signaling that a major supply chain shock may be approaching the United States. Not may, it will, and it's gonna knock it on its ass, man. And ultimately, America is gonna get hit the last. You know, America's gonna get hit the last with all these economic, you know, this whole collapse. It's gonna get hit last, but it's gonna get hit the worst. It's gonna be the worst. You ever heard that saying, save the best for last? It's gonna get hit the worst, ultimately, right? It says with energy, food, and transportation systems all under increasing strain, right? Analysts warn that ongoing geopolitical conflict and restricted trade routes are already tightening global supply flows. All right, and indeed, and that's facts. You know, food, like 2 Esdras 16 states, because for victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that the people shall think themselves to be in a good case. See how I said think, not find, think. All right, because ultimately that's an illusion and a delusion at the end of the day, man. Meaning that you're not in a good case, but because you can still afford certain things, you think you are. But now things are just straight up becoming completely unaffordable. It's just completely unaffordable at this point. All right, food costs fucking hellas, man. I was in the damn store with, you know, shopping. I bought 5 items. That shit came out to damn near $40. I think I went in there, I got a pack of dark chocolate, you know, 100% dark chocolate. This was last week. Got a pack of 100% dark chocolate. I got a thing of body oil, a little, you know, little container of body oil, cocoa butter body oil. That's 2 items. I got a jar of beet juice. That's 3 items. And I think I got some kiwi. That's 4 items. And I think I got one more item. I don't remember what the item was, but I think I got one more item. But nonetheless, it shouldn't have rang up to $30 to $40, but it did. I said I didn't even get shit. You know, I didn't even get anything. The shit was fucking insane. I'm like, God damn. Like, this is beautiful to see, but then in the flesh, you'd be like, you know, but the Lord gonna provide at the end of the day, you know. Well, it's like, damn, I ain't even get shit. Damn. I'm like, what the fuck now? Imagine if I came in this bitch grocery shopping for real. I would have been through. And that was just at the Walmart, my nigga. You know, I go to Walmart for certain items. I don't go grocery shopping in Walmart, but I go for my certain items like my beet juice and, you know, the different juices and shit. You know, typically I'll shop at like a Aldi or something, or somewhere else. But yeah, go there for my beet juice, because Aldi don't have no beet juice and nothing. They got everything but that. Shit's crazy. But yeah, I'm like, that shit blew me. I'm like, man, what the hell? I barely got anything. That shit's crazy. But nonetheless, these things are ultimately going to get worse and worse and worse. Energy, you know, you use energy for everything, especially for the cars. You know, then you got your transportation systems that'll be going down. You know, no more buses. You know, no more bus commutes. People, shit, gas costs so much. People ain't gonna be Ubering and Lyfting no more. You know, no more metros or whatever. You know, whatever you call those certain trains. I know where I'm from St. Louis, and we call it the Metro Link. But I know other places they call it something else. Like in New York, I know they call it the subway. You know, other places it's called different things, but where I'm from, it's called the Metro Link. The train, you know, the little bullet kind of train, you know, bullet-esque train, meaning it's not just like a bullet train. Don't go that fast, but it's similar too, right? Like that, you know. You got your buses and all that shit. All that shit gonna be out of commission very shortly. Very soon, all that stuff is gonna be out of commission. You know, it's gonna be of no more, ultimately, right? So, let's read some of these comments. This is being done on purpose, all a part of the UN WEF plan. You're 100% right. This is all, a part of the plan of the elites, because the WEF and the UN, they're controlled by the elites, right? But nonetheless, you're right. You know, you're not wrong. You're correct. So somebody has some sense. This is all being manufactured. This is done on purpose. All right, this is being intentionally done. And the dude is 100% correct. All right. That's fine. Our bodies can go a long time with just water. Not as long as you think. You know, that's the thing. Not as long as you think. And what you're not understanding, the water's going to be affected as well. You know, because you're not going to have your bottled waters in those markets as well. You know, a lot of people, myself included, we, you know, get a lot of bottled waters. You're not going to have those. So you're going to be affected by that as well. But we have the sink water. Well, we know everything here is tainted, but the sink water is literally going to be, you know, it's going to come to a point where that shit's going to be undrinkable. So you're still going to be through. You're going to be without bread and water. You know, you think, oh, well, we could just go on water. Well, you're going to be without all of that. No bread, no water, no nothing. You don't understand the state of a famine. You're going to be through. You're going to be through. You're going to be so through, you're going to be drinking water from a puddle on the ground somewhere. Yeah, just to get some hydration. And then you're going to end up dying because of all the fucking little deadly parasites that are in that water. Those, what they call those things? From those little lakes and ponds and shit. Fucking flesh-eating anemia, something like that. You know, this is not medical information or nothing of the sort. All right? But the guy says that's fine. Our bodies can go a long time with just water. And I guarantee this nigga ain't never did no fast like that. You did a long time. You ain't fasting, and the mass majority of America don't fast. So yeah, a human body can go a long time with just water, you know, for a long period of time. But for the average American that's never fasted, the mass majority of Americans that's never fasted like that before, they can't go 2 to 3 hours without consuming food. Well, shit, they're gonna be in a terrible case scenario, because their body ain't gonna be able to handle that. Yeah, the human body can in general, but if your body's never went through that before, because you gotta build up to do stuff like that. You can't just jump into you can't not fast like that, you know, all your life, but then all of a sudden you jump into a 3-4 day fast. You're gonna kill yourself. You gotta build up to that. I'm dead at, you're gonna kill you. You're gonna harm yourself. Something you gotta build up to. You know? So these people, they can't go 2 hours without consuming food. As soon as they wake up in the morning at 7 a.m., they're eating food. All right, people waking up at 6 to go to the gym, they're eating food. So the average American, the mass majority of them, I should say, they never fasted. So they're not going to be able to be, you know, their body's going to react differently. So they're not going to be able to withstand that. Which is why a lot of people are going to end up taking that chip. A lot of people are going to end up taking the RFID chip. And that's just the facts of the matter, right? But the guy's not wrong, but now you got to think about it in the standpoint of a majority of Americans. They can't do that, right? It says a meal every other day is perfectly fine, need be. But you're not going to be able to get a meal every other day. You're going to be able to get a meal whenever you find some shit. And who's to say how long that'll be? You don't understand the times we're coming into here, champ. You don't understand, champ. All right? And yeah, a meal every other day, that's the perfect way to actually do it. You know, I hope to build up to that one day. I ain't there yet, you know, but where I can eat one day, not eat one day, not eat. I haven't done that yet. But I've done things where I, you know, every week, mandatory mandatory. I have to fast 1 full day every week, mandatory. But sometimes I do 2 days, you know. But not, you know, every once in a while I'd be back to back, you know, or 1 day, 2 days, 3 days go by, then do it again, you know. But to hit, like, say you eat on a Sunday, don't eat Monday, eat Tuesday, don't eat Wednesday, eat Thursday, don't eat Friday, eat Saturday, you know, that's something to build up to, man. That'll be impressive. Very impressive, honestly. You know, and that's actually the way you should eat. You know, give your body the proper time to digest. You're giving your digestive system a break, ultimately, instead of just packing on and leaving a bunch of old shit within your system. Because you notice when you fast, a lot of people wonder, how do you still shit? You ain't ate nothing. Well, that's because all that old shit that's been stuck up in there is now coming out as well when you fast. All that old shit that's in your gut, it starts to come out when you fast. And that clears your colon. It clears your colon and all those things. All right? And all that stuff gets blocked up when you continuously stuff food down it. All right? That causes what? Bloating, which makes you look what? Fat. Makes you look fat. A lot of people ain't even fat for real. You just fucking bloated. Learn how to fucking de-bloat yourself. All right? You won't look as fat. You know what I'm saying? Bloating, man. Which bloating ultimately is caused from inflammation. Inflammation causes all disease, man. This is not medical information. All right? Yeah, man. That's all it is. You know, and I would suggest beet juice. Yeah, you can eat the beet root, but beet juice, you know, juice liquid gets to your system quicker than a solid does. So I suggest beet juice. You're going to be shitting beet juice, pissing beet juice. That's what the fuck I do. I drink so much of that shit, I shit and piss it. You know? And shit, I drink 1 jar a week. So I drink a good amount every day, you know, typically. You know, but yeah. Whole jar every week. You know, shit, I'm about to build up to where I just do 2. The more the merrier, man. It helps with your blood flow. You know, and if your blood flow is working well, then guess what? With good blood flow, you're going to have good digestion, man. Good metabolism. All right, you're going to be able to process foods quicker. All right, and easier. Man, you're going to be shitting a lot. All right? And better blood flow means what? Oh, a natural Viagra. Your rod's going to work. Your rod is going to work. Yes, your rod's going to work. Better blood flow, your rod going to fucking work. Drink some beet juice. You want more help with blood flow? Eat some watermelon rinds. That helps with blood flow. Also, eat some watermelon. That helps with blood flow and inflammation as well. You want help with your digestive tract? Eat some pineapples. Eat some pineapples or drink some pineapple juice. That works as well. You want to help with shitting more too? Drink some apple juice or eat some apples. Either or, that's gonna make you shit. You wanna help with your digestive system? No, you wanna help with inflammation? Eat some ginger. Eat some ginger. You wanna kill parasites? Eat some horseradish or eat some garlic. You know, or fucking fast. You know, you wanna replenish, all right, your electrolytes, all right, without having to use, you know, artificial Gatorade. Guess what you could do? Take some cold water. That's what I typically do. I take a cold bottle of water, put some lemon juice in that motherfucker, and put some sea salt, Himalayan, whatever salt you use. But I've been hearing recently Himalayan's not really that great, but some sea salt or kosher salt or something. Put that in the bottle, shake it up, boom, you got a natural Gatorade. Simple. And there's other ways to make natural Gatorade using other fruits like watermelon and shit, but that's the way I do it because it's so simple. And boom, you're rehydrating yourself. Now your body will retain, and more the water you drink after that, it will retain it better because of the salt. And then now your electrolytes are being replenished through that lemon juice. All right? So there you go. These are, like, it's just simple tricks. You want to help boost testosterone? I got something for you. Eat some walnuts with some honey. Eat some walnuts and some honey. Boom. Boom. It do it. I'm telling you. All right, this is not medical information. You know, Esau gonna get mad I'm dropping all this shit. But, you know, brother, this is not nothing you shouldn't know. As the Elder Apostle Hart said, you have to be your own physician. Be your own physician. All right? You want a little quick snack that'll be really filling? Eat 2 to 3 avocados. That motherfucker is very filling. All right? Eat 2 to 3 avocados. That motherfucker fill you right up. Eat that shit before a meal. Before or during a meal. Yeah, that motherfucker gonna have you right. Yeah, all that shit, bro, is so much. It's so much, man. And it's so simple. It's so simple, man. So simple. You want to help boost inflammation? I mean, you want to decrease inflammation and boost your digestive tract. Take some water, put it in a little teacup or whatever. You can either warm the water up or you could do it cold. All right? You know, just warm it up, drink it as a tea, or do it cold, like a shot. Put some lemon juice in there, some apple cider vinegar, some cinnamon powder or cinnamon, whatever type of cinnamon. If you want to break your fast, if you okay with it breaking your fast, then put some honey. But if you don't want to break your fast, don't use honey. You know, but and put some cayenne pepper in there and put some turmeric. That shit gonna work wonders, boy. That shit gonna work wonders. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I from experience, did that shit a whole 3 months. And I'm telling you from experience, man. All right. So it's just so simple, man. But anyway, I got way off the point. So Salakia, let me see where I'm at. Salakia, hold on. Okay, cool. All right, so let me get back to the point. Let's go get some precepts on this, and we're gonna end this lesson. How about that? So you know where we're going, yeah, or you should know where we're going. We're going to 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter. All right, and we're gonna start at let's see where I want to start. Verse 20. Let's just start at verse 20. 2nd Esdras 6 and 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away, and this world is beginning to vanish away. Esau's kingdom is falling. All right, and we're coming into the new kingdom, man. The old heavens and the old earth is passing away, and the new heaven and the new earth is going to be established. As you read up and further in this chapter, all right, you're going to see that. And you go to Revelation 21, you will see that. All right, when you go to 2nd Esdras 14, you'll see the world waxing old through age. Just because of the Esau, man. Esau is the reason. He's the reason the earth is languishing with this nigga in rulership. That's Isaiah the 24th chapter. Right? So when the world shall begin to vanish away, shall be finished. And when the world shall begin, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I shew these tokens. So we're in this time because the Lord is showing his tokens, meaning he's throwing nuggets. He's exposing the truth. He's exposing everything right now, bringing everything to light ultimately, right? And it says the books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. So everybody is seeing the truth now. Everybody, Israelites, heathens, everybody's seeing animals, nature. Everybody's seeing the truth of the matter now. All right, everybody. All right, the books have been opened. Everybody knows now. Everybody's seeing the light at this point. Meaning the kingdom of heaven is coming. The Israelites are going to rule. People are realizing who the true Israelites are. All right? And everybody's seeing that the devil is the so-called white man. He's the damn devil. Everybody is seeing this now at this point. All right? Like it go into Daniel 12 and 4. Knowledge shall be increased. When you go to Revelation 6, all right, the seals of the book being loosed, you know, in various other scriptures, you know, because that had to happen. Or how can Matthew 24 and 14 take place, where the gospel shall be preached, the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached into all the world, to be a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come? How would that happen if the books weren't, you know, open before the firmament? How would that take place? Yeah, and it says, and the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The woman, and yeah, children of a year old shall speak with their voices, man. That's happening. I've seen when I first came in this truth some years back, this little bitty girl, little toddler, because a 1-year-old is basically a toddler at that point. A little toddler, man, talking about some goddamn Abba's coming. Abba is coming to judge. I'm dead ass. Go look it up. You'll probably find it on the brother's page somewhere. Abba is coming. Abba is Hebrew for father. Abba is coming. Abba is coming to judge. Abba is on the way. He's coming. I'm not kidding. Little toddler, man. So this stuff is happening. Seriously, you can find these things on the unicorn. The unicorn being the 666, the World Wide Web. Reason why I said the 666 is because, those 3 W's translate to Wah, 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 which is the 6th character in the Hebrew alphabet. Wah, 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 so 666. Same thing with the Monster drink, the Monster energy drink. It has Wah, Wah, Wah on it. That's the symbol. That's the literal logo for it. All right, that's the Assyrian script Hebrew, not the Paleo, but the Assyrian script. Wah, Wah, Wah. All right, which is the 6th character in the Hebrew alphabet. These people are fucking bozos. I hope they all just, I'm not gonna say nothing. You know what? Because why would you do that, man? You get on the highway, right? People are getting on the highway. They're gonna ride the path. Where you get on the highway, the lane, and you're crossing over onto the highway. They will ride it all the way to the end until there's no more. Why are y'all doing that? Just fucking wait or get behind or speed your stupid ass up. I hate when people do that shit. You rather run off the road than, like, that don't make no damn sense, man. And don't do that shit fucking with me. I'm gonna run your ass off that motherfucker. God damn, I'm just talking shit. But man, what the fuck, man? People are just idiots, man. What the hell are you doing? Hate when people do that shit. I gotta get the fuck out of Florida, man. I'm glad I'm leaving this motherfucker. God damn. Motherfuckers here is retarded. But it said, golly, let me start back from the top. Verse 21, and the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The woman with child shall bring forth untimely children. And that's happening. And you gonna have women bringing forth children in the midst of all hell breaking loose. Shit gonna be through. Alright, like Yahweh Shai said, woe to those who get sucked in those days. Yeah, you gonna be through, man. You're gonna have to eat that newborn, goddamn me. Shit, I'm being dead ass. Of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Your farms, all right? Your warehouses, right? Your ports. All right, remember what the title of the lesson, a supply chain shock is on the way. All right, those are your sown things appearing unsown. So suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, because the sown places like your warehouses and things of that sort is unsown. Your ports, your truckers being off the road at this point. All that's gonna lead to, as the picture shows, an empty shelf, out of stock, empty shelves, man. That's what all of this is gonna lead unto. All of it, man. And that's just the facts of the matter. All of that is going to lead to this. Okay? And what is this going to cause? Well, let's read. It says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. There's so many scriptures that say this, man, that state this, man. Friends are going to be fighting against one another like enemies, sedition, civil war. If you do a lesson on civil war, you're going to pull out a million precepts, godly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll pull out hellas, man. It says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. All right, so the point is, man, this is going to lead to civil unrest, because when you go to 2nd Esdras 15, and I believe around the 18th verse, it says, It say, for the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Let's get it. Let's go to that verse exactly. I want to just jump to that verse, that point. 2nd Ezra 15, and verse 19. Slakin 19. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Your modern day sword is a gun. All right, everybody has one. That's why I find it for I'm gonna shoot you, nigga. You ain't stop making guns when they gave you one, nigga. Shit. Everybody got one of them hoes. That shit ain't special. All right. And more people got it illegally. But anyway, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And this is going to lead to the lack of bread. And what else is it also going to lead to? Great tribulation. And famine equals famine. Hey, niggas going to do some crazy shit when their stomach is touching their back. That's just facts. And then not only is it a physical famine, it's going to be a spiritual famine. Oh, people are through. You cooked. You going through a double homicide, as they say. As that one hoe said in that show. Double homicide. That's what's going to happen. All right, so I'm going to end the lesson off there, though. I do hope and pray that it was edifying to the elect. All right. Greater. Oh, no. Scroll up. Verse 13. I want to hit verse 12. Verse 11. Let's hit verse 11. Salakia. Let's hit verse 11 real quick. 2nd Ezra 15 and 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. All right, there you go. So, hey, the Lord is plaguing this place as he did before. All right, but this is the spiritual Egypt, not literal Egypt. He's plaguing this place. All right, sending plagues, pestilence upon it, as he said he would do in Matthew 24, Luke 21, Mark 13. He said he will plague this place. He would send many pestilence, earthquakes, famines. Famine is a form of pestilence, so it didn't even need to be mentioned, though. But it did, just to emphasize the point. It's about to really bring straight calamity to this bitch, and rightfully so, as this place's sins has reached unto heaven, as according to the book of Jeremiah 50 and the 51st chapter states as well. This place is done. So like I was saying, I do hope and pray that this is edifying to the elect. I would love to close this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rachak Wadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who have taught us all this truth in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Abba Babal, Kwam Yasharala, Gadol Abadium, Lababal, Hagadol, Yahweh Mahar, Wahabadum. And until next time, I would like to say unto you all, Shalom.